What's up, YouTube? It's your boy C to the 904 back with another TF Critic review. Today, as you can see, I have Transformers animated leader class figures. I'm going to do a quick overview of all three figures. Since in the Transformers animated line, these are the three leader class figures we got, and I'm going to give you my quick opinion on how I feel about these guys. So, first, I'm going to start with Ultra Magnus. Now, when I first saw pictures of Ultra Magnus online, I was amazed because this guy, he looked good. It's a really nice truck. I couldn't wait to get this guy, and when I saw him on the shelf, man, you guys can only imagine how happy I was. Now, for those of you who know, I used to be in the Army, and a few of my units had trucks like these, except they didn't have the missile rack. They were either flatbed trucks. They were similar, just cut this from here back, cut that off. They'd either be flatbed trucks with a little crane on the back, or you also use them for fuelers, where you can imagine a huge fuel tanker on the back of here. But the front and side of it is almost identical to what it looks like. Trucks were kind of cool because when you turn the steering wheel, both the two front rows of wheels would turn with it. So it's kind of cool. So you can imagine when you turn, both of these wheels pivoting to the way you turn, which is kind of cool. Sound effect is kind of lame, but hey, I didn't buy it for that, but they could have done better. This opens up, has these little guns in here, which I think they're mostly made for the robot mode, but you can use them in this mode as well. Here's a little machine guns in here. And of course the real trucks didn't have these. Just a toy. Now, let's get to Megatron here. Now, I've already went over Megatron in my Shadow Blade review, but I really like Megatron. But I have to say, Ultra Magnus is my favorite of the three, which was a hard decision because I fell in love with Megatron as well. It's a really nice figure. Really nice figure. And Bulkhead. I have to say, of all the animated figures, I have to be most disappointed with this particular figure. Because, granted, Bulkhead deserved a leader class figure, especially as small as his Voyager figure was. But then they give him a leader class figure, and he's still small. He's like a overpriced ultra class figure. I mean, come on, man. If you're gonna call him a leader class, at least make him a leader class size. Don't just charge it the same price for the heck of it. But you have to admit, it's nice they gave him the missiles, little machine guns up here on the top, or whatever type of guns they're supposed to be. I'm not sure. Really nice truck, has a little old school star on here. Old school Army. It's nice. And it's really nice when all you see is the legs, because the arms and everything is tucked away on the inside of the truck, so it's cool. Now, as I said, Bulkhead is the smallest. So if you put these guys side by side, Bulkhead is by far the shortest. He's a little taller than Ultra Magnus, simply because of the little hatch gun turret he has up here. But Megatron's blades sit up a little bit higher than him. But as you can see, of course Megatron's a helicopter. He's sleek and aerodynamic. So, and with the cannon, the long cockpit. So of course he's longer than the other two. But anyway, do a quick transformation of these guys, and compare in robot mode. Be right back. Alright, I'm back. Got these guys in robot mode, and right off the bat, I believe Ultra Magnus is the tallest of the three, and of course, little bulky over here, he's the shortest. And he's just a little short, stubby guy. Now, Bulkhead in robot mode he's cool, but he's a little small for a leader class figure, which is a little irritating because when you look at these other two guys, they just tower over him. And really, this should have been his Voyager figure, which has a nice little buzzsaw for his hand. I guess they had to keep going with the melee weapons on the Autobots. It's cool. Packing his forearm rockets here. Show him the big guns. And of course he has his phrases. We press the button here on his chest.
Time for the big guns. You can do it, buddy. Sorry, my bad.
And all three of them have their own phrases when you press the button. I've already done Megatron in his review.
Crush the Autobots. Where is the Allspark?
And Ultra Magnus has his three.
We must return the Allspark to Cybertron. Ultra Magnus here. Don't be a hero, Optimus. It's not in your programming.
Now the phrases are nice. Got the lights going on, so it's cool. I appreciate it. And also, Bulkhead comes with the Headmaster unit, where each of them have the holes to plug them in. But when you plug it in a Bulkhead, you see the lights change and gets a different phrase. Okay, that's enough. Sorry, I couldn't resist. But each of them have the holes in the neck where you can plug this guy in. But for some reason, when you plug it on Megatron and Ultra Magnus, they didn't want the voices to change, so it doesn't. But although I couldn't really see what's that guy's name? Mick Masterson's, whatever his name was. I couldn't see him cutting off Ultra Magnus or Megatron's head and taking over their body. I just couldn't see that happening. So this being a review, of course we have another question. So today, what's up with that Hasbro question is there any way the thigh joints could have been done differently? Now, let me explain my point. I understand these figures are top heavy. Like Ultra Magnus, he doesn't have a super backpack like Megatron does. He has this huge cockpit in his wings back here. And Ultra Magnus is it's a little different. He's not as back heavy as a lot of figures are. He's very stable. And so is Bulkhead. But Bulkhead has a lot of stuff back here on his back, and he has tiny little gimpy legs. But these thigh joints, where the elbows and knees respond a little differently, but the thigh joint is a little irritating because it's either all the way in or it's one click out. And sometimes when you put both legs one click out, they seem a little too far apart, which is cool from a battle standpoint, but sometimes in certain figures it's a little irritating. Like Bulkhead, you can't put his legs together because they're angled. They have to be one click out. If you put them another click out, then they're too far apart. Which I understand from a stability standpoint. The thigh joint has to be stable. If not, sometimes these guys just be falling all over the place. So it's hard to have a problem with it. But if I had to pick one aspect of the leader class, that would have to be my biggest problem, is the thigh joints. I'm not saying they should change it. I'm just saying it should be tweaked a little so there's a wider range of motion in the thighs. With that thigh joint, it's a little irritating, especially from a stop motion standpoint. When you're trying to stand these guys up on carpet, it's a little difficult at times in certain positions. And of course, in stop motion, more pictures, the better. So, it's your boy C to the 904. You guys let me know what you think. Check out Greatest of All Prime here with the Transformers animated leader class figures. Y'all boys take it easy.